In this video, I'm going to show you how to make some super easy, affordable Christmas DIY decor. Let's figure it out. We're going to get a little creative. I don't know what I'm doing. This is really funny. Why, hello there. Welcome to Brandi Films. Hello there, welcome back to another little video. As you can see, I have my coffee here, right? Because like I need my energy, and yeah, like this is my protein coffee. I have showed this in so many of my videos. So I have my protein coffee. So if you know, then you know, but I just moved into a brand new rental home, and I'm super excited to take you on my journey of just making my rental a home for sure. But I did say in a couple videos ago that I wanted to do some super easy DIY Christmas decor projects, or just like DIY decor. And so yeah, that's like what this video is about, and you'll have to stay tuned because in the next video we are going to start decorating for Christmas. Now, because I just moved, like it is a lot. Like if you've moved, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's a lot of work, right? So with that being said, I am not going to have enough time this year to decorate like my whole entire home, and so instead we are just going to decorate my kitchen for Christmas this year. So the next video is going to be a huge Christmas kitchen decorating video. I had used this for my DIY coffee bar project in my last apartment. If you watched that, it just worked great. So you could also just spray paint your wooden boards. That would be an option, of course. And then this particular spray paint does dry very, very fast. So, you know, you could easily make these like within an hour or so. You wouldn't have to like wait a ton, you know, for the spray paint to dry. So, okay, so next up for this DIY project, I got these little clips from the Dollar Tree. These right here are just magnetic clips. So I'm gonna actually open them up and just kind of show you what they look like. So these are what I'm going to use to pin my Christmas picture. Oh. Uh-oh. Real-time realization. It's magnetic. This is wood. Oh my word. That's okay. We will still make this work. We'll get like some putty, or honestly, I'll probably just like glue it here. Again, these are just like little Christmas pictures for my countertops. We'll figure out a way to like glue this to here. But essentially, we have our wooden board here. Then we're going to have our Christmas picture here. Then we're going to pin it like this. And then these are just like going to be sitting in the corner. So I did forget to mention, I am actually going to be using the spray paint to spray paint the little clips because I don't like the silver. So like, you know, the clip on there with the Christmas picture, I will want it to be this color. So we'll spray paint these, and you may be wondering like, okay, well, like how are we gonna get these pictures? Like, or these? Well, I am actually going to use Canva. So I will briefly show you me kind of like filtering through pictures on Canva. And then all I'm gonna do is send those to Walgreens or CVS. And then I put in like a picture order for the correct sizing that I'll need to put them on the boards. If you know anything about like printing pictures at Walgreens or CVS, they are extremely inexpensive and they always have deals like on their pictures. Also, I did pick up just these like Dollar Tree picture frames. Honestly, as long as you have like the rights to the pictures that you would be getting, you know, from online, you don't want to run into any copyright issues, but as long as you have the rights to the picture that you're obtaining online, or like if you decided to like make your own art, you could easily just place like Christmas pictures like within a couple of frames from the Dollar Tree. And then you could even like spray paint like these frames to be whatever color you'd want if you would not want the black. And then you could easily set these like in the corner on your kitchen countertops. I've got these big ol' beautiful gold bulbs here from the Dollar Tree. These are not gonna be used for one of my DIY projects in this video, but these are definitely gonna be used for my decorating when it comes to decorating my kitchen for Christmas. So seriously, make sure that you stay tuned for the next video because we are going to like be going all out like for the kitchen when it comes to decor for Christmas. Have to make sure this garland doesn't get in the candle because I am not trying to get no fire up in here. Okay, so, oh yeah, okay. Okay, so for the next DIY decor piece for Christmas, I have this garland here, as you can see. So I got this from the store called At Home. You can pick this up, I think like probably like at Walmart, Target, very inexpensive. Mine was $4.99, so $5 for a 9-foot piece garland. So I ended up getting 2 of these, so only $10. Yeah, okay. So yeah, like, I don't know, it's like really, really long. Like, you know, like 9 feet is pretty long. You can make this stretch for sure. So I was able to get my hands on this really inexpensive garland. And then also I have all of these gold bulbs that I got at the Dollar Tree. So I've mentioned several times on my channel, but I am doing gold this year when it comes to Christmas decor. So that's the reason why like I have like all gold bulbs. So what I plan to do is take these bulbs. I also picked up some gold Christmas ornament clips or hooks from At Home as well. These were only $2 and they're gold, which like matches my bulbs, you know? All I'm gonna do for this DIY is literally like put my hooks on my bulbs and then put my bulbs on my garland and then figure out something to do like with the garland. So basically we're gonna make a Christmas bulb garland. Last note about the garland, we do have different sizes of bulbs because I want, you know, kind of like a little bit of dimension. So we have like the medium size bulbs here. We have the smaller size bulbs here. We have different variations when it comes to the style of bulb or the color of bulb. You know, we've got glitter, we've got shiny, we've got matte. So I plan to do like a little situation of like, okay, we have like 3, you know, medium size bulbs hanging, but then, and then next we have like 2 of the smaller ones and then we go back to the medium, you know? So like, I'm just like hoping that looks good. Like I do not know, but I'm like doing this DIY because I'm like not doing a Christmas tree. I don't really like Christmas trees like in the home. Just like for me, like as far as like aesthetic, that's just like not really my thing. So I feel like this bulb garland is just gonna like, I don't know, kind of like replace that in a way somehow. I don't know, we'll like figure it out together, so. Okay, so basically I used 1 thing of the garland and I still had probably about, I don't know, maybe a little bit more than 1/4 that was remaining. What I did is I just like started wrapping it back around. So it's a little bit thicker, the garland on this side. So because of that, it wouldn't look right if it was like thick over here, but not like on the rest of it. So I took the second piece of garland, so that additional 9-foot garland, and I am just like intertwining it back through. So I'm just like wrapping it. So like you can see this gap right here. So I'm going to like close this, like smush it together, you know? And then I'm debating, but I think I'm gonna add like tiny bulbs like on the top row of it. So right now I'm just trying to combine the 2 garlands, but I do have like most of the bulbs on there. so for the third Christmas DIY decor piece, we are going to be doing something super, super fun. Bows, okay? Bows, bows, bows. Like bows for days. I absolutely love bows. Like, I love bows. And like, come on. Like, is it just me? Like, maybe I've just never noticed at the Dollar Tree, like around the holiday time. I have never seen these super beautiful, like plush, pinkish, I don't know, like beautiful velvet bows. I have never ever seen these there. These are stunning in my opinion. I love them. Like when I first seen them in the Dollar Tree, I was like, got those. And then also I got these super cute, like sparkly gold bows from the Dollar Tree. Also, they're just like so cute. Like literally like every single time I look at my bows, I'm like, oh my gosh, it just like gets me like so excited when I look at them. So yeah, we have like so many bows here. Now you may be wondering like, what are we gonna be doing with the bows, you know? So like, let me tell you. Okay, so I have this green, what is the technical name? This is green Flora foam, or probably just like foam, right? Like yeah, decor foam. So I think typically people use this to make like flower arrangement pieces, things, you know? I actually did do a really fun DIY, and it was like a floral DIY in my last apartment. It just like never made it to the video. So yeah, anyways, for this video, we are going to be using this, and this came in a pack of 2. I got this a while ago. I think it was only like, I don't know, it was like less than $15 for sure. Comes in a pack of 2. So I'm only gonna be using one of these for my DIY, and what I'm gonna do is literally just stick my bows to here, and this is just gonna serve like as a cute Christmas decor piece. Like I don't know like the technical name of what you would call this, but basically we're just gonna have like a line of bows. Like as long as you see this is, it's gonna be filled with bows. For our bow DIY, this has been such a challenge. So I did not think this through fully. Basically, here's what we have so far. So we are making progress. As you can see here, we are making some progress. I have 2 bows on here so far. And you can see I have this twine rope here, right? That is what I've been using to tie these on. So I didn't think it through. I thought I was gonna be able to use like these stick pin things I had. That did not work. And then I thought I was gonna be able to use like tape for some weird reason. That did not work, obviously. And I do not have any glue. So last minute, I was like, what do I have in my apartment that I could use? So I had this from the Dollar Tree, this rope. And honestly, I'm just like tying the bows like on here. So if you tilt it over, you can see. And then like if I show you, if I turn this around, you can really see kind of like what I'm doing. So basically, I'm gonna show you one that I've done. Well, before I show you that, for this first one right here, I just like wanted to show you the knot. I don't know if you can really see that. Basically, all I did was tie the first bow in a knot for there, and then I looped it around. So we have 2 right here. I'm gonna show you one, so that way you could at least see what I'm doing. So, okay, so I have a brand new bow right here, and from my last bow that I have tied on here, you can see here I have it secure, basically. So I'm taking the rope, and then what I'm going to do is, number 1, make sure that this one was still really, really tight. And all I'm going to do is take the rope, wrap it around the whole thing until it comes back around. Pull it tight, and then kind of come back to the center. And then that is going to officially tie this one. So, woo! Okay, now I'm going to take this bow, or excuse me, I'm gonna take the rope now, the other end of the rope, and we're going to put this through the back of the bow. So the back of the bow has not really like the back, but just like this opening right here. But it also loops around to the front. So I've been kind of going through the front like that. Take the rope out on the other side, pull it all the way through. Uh-oh, I did that. I needed to go the other way. So I've been going like, so I'll need to go this way. So pulling it all the way through until the bow comes back up with the rest of them. So until the bow comes back up to the center. So you can see these bows are big. I'm overlapping them because I don't want any of the green to show. Hold up. And now I'm just gonna do the same thing. So here's our bow on here, right? I'm literally just gonna take this and wrap around again. So it's just wrapping the bows around. So I've taken this, put it around the whole thing. Now we're just gonna tighten it. And then we're gonna come back around again. And then we'll be ready for our next bow. So let me show you the front so you can kind of see. Okay. You can see we have 3 on here and I have them overlapping, right? So from the front, you should not be able to see any of the green. However, if you do tilt it a little bit, obviously you'd see the green, but I'm gonna set this decor piece somewhere to where you're not gonna be able to see the top or anything like that. So, and I want it to like kind of hang off. So kind of like, let me show you from this angle. So eventually it's gonna like sit like this to where it's gonna be a big line of bows dangling off. So, and you won't be able to see the green. So that's what it looks like on the top. This is so fun. I'm so glad that I was able to figure this out without having to go out and buy glue. I also feel like the rope kind of works better because you can tighten it. You know, you can make sure it's really tight. So yeah, so far it looks really cute. I'm excited. Oh, this is so cute. Okay. I completely like made this DIY up like on my own. Like I didn't see these anywhere. Okay, so like that did not work and I'm trying not to get frustrated, but I have some tape here now and I'm gonna like, I don't know. I just feel like because this is like such a like inexpensive DIY thing that like, you know, it's only gonna be up here for like a month. Like it's never gonna be touched. So it's like, it doesn't really matter like how I get it to stick. It just needs to like stay, you know? So yeah, oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm doing. This is really funny. So how can we get this to stay? Let's figure it out. We're gonna get a little creative. Okay, so like, this is interesting. Maybe I could like tape it on the ends. Then again, foam and tape don't go. I'll get it, don't worry. I just have to like think this through. See, like literally right here is where it needs to be. I'm gonna have to like think this through and I will come back on when I've gotten it to stay. So stay tuned to see how I get this bow thing. Okay, I finally got it to stick. Now, you may be wondering, how did I get it to stay? Well, after a long time, literally I was like, Set it on top of something. For some reason, I hadn't thought about that. So I have it sitting on top of a book. So yeah, I just like needed to sit on something so that way it could lean forward so the bows could lay down. So it's up. This is what it looks like. I'll probably tingle with it, you know, when we decorate the kitchen for Christmas, but it's up for right now and I love it. I feel like it looks so, so cute. Like, I don't know, it's just so cute. Thank you so much for watching this video and I will see you in the next one, God willing.